Well, students, be on page number 51, okay? Cross-cultural training. We are still on this news article. And I talked about cross-cultural training a bit in the last video, right? And this is very important, and people are going through trainings, learn about other culture. They go through like culture-specific trainings as well. Like, for example, you want to go to Japan, and before you go to Japan, you have some kind of culture-specific training in Taiwan, and there are some trainings that involves comparing two cultures, like in your culture what happens, and then in the other culture what really goes on. And especially this is important for people who do business, people who go to Japan and do some business in Japan. I think they should go through this kind of training. Yeah. All right, so this is what I talked about in the last video, and right now what you have to do, I think you should already know. We talk about the title or the topic. Okay, you just have a look at it. I don't want to really show it because this PPT has the keywords, so I'm going to go back, and then after maybe a couple of minutes I'll come back to this slide. Okay. Okay, so the format or the directions or the steps that or the ways that we approach the reading article you should already know, okay, because we have done many exercises. So number one is this: you read the title, predict, guess, what do you think they will talk about, right? This is number one. Number two is vocabulary. So what kind of vocabularies you might come across, what kind of vocabularies what kind of vocabularies you can associate with this particular topic, like cross-cultural training. So maybe they are going to talk about some kind of training to understand the other cultures, and what kind of training is it, and what is important in this training. Yeah, what do you really have to learn, because the culture is too vast, right? I mean, there are a lot of things to learn. So how they are going to give this training, or they're going to talk about this in this news article. So I want you to think about it every time you read the title of an article. I hope you can think about what is the article about. Okay, that's like the first step, and then the vocabulary, right? We learned some vocabulary: culture shock and culture awareness, culture knowledge, and the culture competency. There's another word. I think they should have given that word too. Competency, like language competence, cultural competence. Yeah. All right. So these are some of the vocabularies, right? And then the keywords. So the keyword exercises we have done many times. So right now, what you have to do is you read the article. I know it needs a lot of patience, but that's how you improve your reading skills, because without reading you cannot read. I mean, you cannot improve your reading skills, right? So push yourself, have that motivation, and read the article, whether you like it, you don't like it, because being a student you have to read a lot, right? This is more like an intensive reading. Yeah, so go through it. Yeah, try to find the keywords by skimming. Okay. Let me again first let me give you the first paragraph keywords. Okay, how about that? All right, that's not bad, right? Okay, here we go. The first paragraph: before moving abroad, somebody, the names, I'll go through it quickly. Okay, some Alex or Alicia. Yeah. Before moving abroad, her husband, okay, somebody, attend a day-long cross-cultural training or seminar designed to teach them how to understand and relate to people from foreign cultures. So that's the cross-cultural training, right? There they learned about high context and low context. So these are like technical terms. These are different terms, right? High context culture, low context culture, and then what else? And subcultures, and 7 dimensions of cultures. So much, right? And increasing intercultural business competency. So it seems they learned all these aspects in the training. Yeah. And then what else? One year later, happily settled in Austria. Okay, blah blah blah. So that is the first sentence. I'm sorry, the first paragraph. So what are the keywords here? So it seems they went through the training and they learned certain aspects of culture. So the keywords are this. Here we go. Wait a minute. Yeah, I said I won't show you, right? I won't show you the slide. So the first paragraph, the keywords are high context, low context or subculture. So this is what they learned. Where did they learn? Cross-cultural training. So cross-cultural training is the title, the topic. So you don't have to underline the same word again. So more into the cross-cultural training. So they learned about different types of culture. So one is high context culture and the other one is low context culture. You know, it reminds me of Hofstede. He's the cultural expert. Okay, he did this study, and it's a popular study. People like educators, they talk about him a lot when they discuss about different cultures, because certain countries, they belong to the high context culture, and then certain other countries, they belong to the low context cultures. So he puts like different countries into one category and then call these countries, they belong to a culture called high context culture, like some European countries. But anyway, yeah, we're not going to go into the details because Hofstede, that's the name. Okay. All right, so the first paragraph, the keywords are this, and then the second paragraph, let's see what is, let me just quickly look at it. The thing I most remember, so this woman talks about this, that Americans are like peaches and coconuts. Okay, so the second paragraph, the two keywords are coconuts and peaches. You know, these two terms are also kind of, the people, they know, those who have studied cultures, those who have studied different cultures, right? I'm sure they might have come across these two words. So some cultures are called coconut culture, some cultures are called peach cultures here. But again, this article is going to talk about these two cultures too. Yeah. So keywords again. Now let's get back to the keywords. So what you do is I want you to go through all the paragraphs, okay? And pause this video, take a couple of minutes, quickly go through the paragraphs, underline the keywords, and let me show you the keywords. Okay, here we go. The first one you already know. The second one, and again, you know it. I just talked about it. And the third one is this. Yeah. All right. Can you find here the keywords coconut and peaches, and then the expat employees? Because who needs this kind of cross-cultural training? Those who, go to the other countries, do some business, even travel, or in the future you might go, you might travel. So that's why you need to have this kind of training, right? Yeah. So the expat employees, and then it talks about some other keywords in the other paragraphs. Practical information. So that's more important. Practical information. Yeah. You don't give a lot of information which is not going to be useful. Some supporters of the cross-cultural training, what do they talk about it? And there's some of them, they want about something too. Yeah. And then the business community, okay, that's, again, it's huge right now. There's international trade, lots of things are going on in the business field. And then the seminars and the trainers, those are the keywords in the other paragraphs. Okay. All right. So we stop here, and then in the next video we will also go through the other keywords. Okay. Find the keywords, and I will get back to you in the next video. See you later. Thank you.